Tough position. Starts to apply the chokehold. McGregor's in trouble. McGregor's in trouble. And McGregor taps. The fight is over. Khabib, in obvious celebration. He'll retain the championship belt. Now he jumps the ring. Oh, and now there's a fight in the crowd. Khabib jumps over the ring. There's a fight in the crowd. The fans are going crazy. Now there's a fight in the ring. McGregor takes a left, a right, a left. Oh boy, it looks like some of Khabib's people have jumped into the ring. And there's fights all over the place, folks. Khabib will win and retain the belt, but now we have fights in the ring and outside of the ring as officials try to get this thing under control. Wow. I can't believe what I'm seeing. McGregor taps. He taps out to Khabib. Khabib celebrates, throws his mouthpiece, jumps over the ring, and starts the fight with fans in the crowd. We'll get more information on that later, but that's the situation. Officials are separating everyone now. What up, what up, what up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking in for the 24th edition here of the community. And that's right, UFC is the topic of discussion for most of today's show because it's going down this Saturday night. Ngannou versus Dos Santos in the heavyweight division, the number 2 versus the number 3 fighter. It's going to be exciting. UFC Minneapolis this Saturday night. Prelims at 6 p.m. Your main card at 9 p.m. And this is, of course, Eastern Standard Time. So the question is, who's going to win this fight? How will this fight shape up? How's it going to go down? You know, these are two big guys, and of course, it's the main event. The winner will likely get a championship fight next against either Miocic or DC, Daniel Cormier, whoever wins that fight. So this is a big fight this Saturday night. And all eyes should be on UFC Minneapolis. And it should be a tough situation because this is going to be a 5-round fight if it goes a distance. And that's tough for two big guys like this. Someone is going to run out of gas. And it's very unlikely that this fight will go 5 rounds. But if it does, that's going to be a tough situation for two heavyweight fighters. But yesterday was a media scrum. They caught up with Francis Ngannou, and we're going to listen to some clips of what he had to say leading up to this fight. So let's get to it.
Yes, we think about it, but it didn't take that long because it was just like 1 week earlier, and no change, you know. So we agreed to fight.
So Ngannou just basically opened up the media scrum. They're talking about he's ready to fight, he's ready to get it on. And he'll go on to talk about, you know, the fight being 5 rounds and how he doesn't think it will go that long, but you have to prepare your body for that. He'll talk about how training affects the fight and what percentage of training matters in the fight compared to getting your body ready in the pre-fight.
I don't think this fight is going to go to 5 rounds. And at that time, we still have time to adjust everything, you know, so you will forget.
So Ngannou, you know, just like I was saying moments ago, doesn't he think this fight will go 5 rounds? And I hope that doesn't mean he's not prepared for it. Because, you know, a lot of times you don't think it's going to go the distance, but neither guy falls. And it could go 5 rounds. But a lot of times when these heavyweight fights are 3 rounds, they don't always go 3 rounds. So to think it'll go 5 rounds, you know, is tough to predict. And you got to be thinking, if you're Ngannou, that someone's going to get knocked out, tapped out, submitted, whatever it may be. So it's very unlikely to go 5 rounds, but you got to prepare your body. And I'm sure both Dos Santos and Ngannou have prepared their bodies well for this fight, more so than any other fight they faced in the past.
Yes, I called for this fight a very long time ago, Then actually last 2017 I supposed to fight him in the UFC 215. Then we get some issues. It didn't happen. Then when they told me about it again.
So they were, yeah, it's true. I mean, obviously he's telling you there, but they were going to fight in the past, UFC 215. But leading up to the fight, there were issues that led to the cancellation. It never happened, and both fighters went on their way and have now worked their way to number 2 and number 3 ranking in the world for UFC heavyweight. And now there's going to be a clash because Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier, who are the champion and number 1 contender, are going to fight. So the loser of that fight will fall, and the winner of this fight between Ngannou and Dos Santos will likely be the number 1 contender, and a title fight will be set up. So this is going to be a serious fight for both fighters. I mean, you win, you're the number 1 contender most likely. I mean, there's a case if DC loses that he remains the number 1 contender, but he will likely retire in the event of a loss. He might even retire in the event of a win. But if you lose this fight and you're the number 2 or 3 ranked fighter, you're going to drop to 4 or 5 and then have to spend a good year getting back to title contention. So Ngannou continues to go on.
I think I'm the best boxer in the heavyweight division, and I'm gonna prove it on the 29th because yes, he's a very good boxer, but I have to show that I'm best than him.
So Ngannou's saying there that he's the best boxer. I mean, they were asking him, do you think Dos Santos is the best boxer? And of course, Ngannou's going to say, no, I'm the best boxer. And Dos Santos, a black belt, or claims to be, and Ngannou talked a little bit about that and how he didn't believe that he was a black belt. But anyway, Ngannou goes on.
He should be. I mean, I was expecting title fight before, so since they didn't give me that, and we are I'm number 2, he's number 3, so and the first and champ they're fighting, so I think the winner of this fight will take the winner of that one.
Do you worry?
So there you have it. The winner of this fight should get the title fight next. I mean, no question about it, especially when the champion and number 1 contender are fighting in a separate event. You know, you got to think that the winner of this fight is going to get a championship fight, no questions asked.
It's very tough because despite everything, I think this fight going to be. It's not going to be like the first one, you know. It's not going to be in the first round knockout. This fight might last more than 1 round, and it's going to be very tough for both of them.
Yep, so it should be a tough fight. You know, Ngannou's saying it'll last more than 1 round, but he doesn't think it'll go 5. So anywhere between the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round, someone's going to get knocked out or run out of gas or whatever have you. And you just saw a fight recently between Henry Cejudo and Marlon Moraes, where Marlon Moraes was kicking butt in the first 2 rounds, but simply began to run out of gas in the 3rd round, and it cost him. So you got to have your body ready. When you know it's 5 rounds, that could affect the way you fight. You may not come out with the same energy level in round 1 that you would in a 3-rounder, and guess what? That could get you knocked out. So it's a tricky situation here and how to come out in a fight like this, because 5 rounds is in the back of your head, but realistically, it probably won't go that far.
You know, it wasn't just about like training and everything. You know, training for this sport is I would say 40% of the fight, and the rest is how you prepare your fight. You know, everything around. That's something very important. That's some fact that I didn't know how to handle it.
And that's a shocking statement to me from a guy like Francis Ngannou, number 2 heavyweight contender in the world. The training is only 40% of the fight, in his opinion. You know, and if you don't know anything about fighting, or maybe you do and you're just listening in, you got to believe that. I mean, training you would think is like 90% of the fight. And then just the 2 days before, you know, getting on the scale, getting your weight, you know, eating the right foods, drinking enough fluids, getting your body ready is another 10%. But instead, he's saying it's 40-60. And that's really, you know, that's a headliner to me, that only 40% comes from training and the other 60% comes from preparing your body in the week leading up to the event, which, you know, make no mistake, is very important. But as a former coach, especially in high school football, you know, it seemed like a lot of times the training that went on in the off season would make or break your team. And of course, you got to get ready the week of and make sure everyone's on the same page, knows the plays, you know, you look sound and things like that. But that's just kind of just cleaning up the mattress, if you will. Like everything is everything, all the work has been done, and now you're just kind of perfecting everything. So to hear 40-60 is a shocker, but in his opinion in fighting, that's the way it is.
First of all, I don't believe that Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
No.
Yes, I don't believe Dos Santos Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I don't know where it's from, but I don't believe that, and I don't mind that at all.
So he's saying they're asking him, about Dos Santos being a black belt. He doesn't even believe he's a black belt, which that's going to make Dos Santos pissed off. But that's what he's saying, that he doesn't believe that Dos Santos is a black belt. He just claims to be one. So that's, that's to me very funny, because I'm sure he is a black belt. It's hard to just claim to be a black belt because people will come out and obviously say you're not. There's very few black belts in the world. But I guess in terms of Francis Ngannou, that's not going to affect him, whether Dos Santos is a black belt or not. But there you have it. Francis Ngannou at yesterday's media scrum is talking a little bit about the fight. Obviously a good fighter, has won a lot of fights, and is prepared to fight for the championship should he win this fight. But it's going to be no easy match against Dos Santos, and either fighter can win. And again, that's why it's so exciting, such a good event. UFC Minneapolis. Last week you had UFC Greenville, a little bit exciting. You had a number 5 versus number 12, and the number 12 shocked the number 5 when Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, knocked out Renato Moicano. That was a shocker, but this one is just much bigger. You have 3 different fights, 2 of them specifically, the co-main event and the main event, both are ranked fighters. And then in fight number 3, you got 1 ranked fighter, and we'll talk about that when we come back for segment 2. But all eyes will certainly be on UFC Minneapolis this Saturday night. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with you here on The Community. It's your boy Crisscross the Riff. We'll be right back with segment 2. Stay tuned.
Hello? Hello? Have you ever heard of Conor McGregor? He's like the greatest fighter ever.
Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. He's gonna fight, he's gonna fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded. Wake up, hey, where you at? Hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat. Thinking I'm so dizzy, where the hell am I at? Black and white saying you just been attacked by Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Drop it like it's hot. Think they got a chance, believe it or not. No. Talking mad stuff, looking so confident. But you was only here for the paycheck and the rent. What? McGregor don't need a check, he's so rich. Heck, got the money so fast it broke your neck. Yep. They live on set, pay the bill, I'm in debt. Millions on the line, he gon' win, raise the bet. Do it. Yeah, I won. I'm going to the club for some fun. Yes, we won. Time to go out for some fun, thanks to Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. It's time for him to fight. Lock him in a cage tonight. It's time for him to fight. Win at all costs tonight. It's time for him to fight. Lock him in a cage tonight. It's time for him to fight. Win at all costs tonight. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it
What up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking in. And you're listening to the community where we keep you entertained throughout the game. Join us live for UFC 239, Saturday, July 6th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is going to be one you're not going to want to miss, and it could go down as the best UFC event of all time. It's shaping up that way. Listen to the main events. John Jones, always a great headliner, 24-1 versus Thiago Santos, 21-6. In your co-main event, Amanda Nunes, 17-4 versus Holly Holm, 12-4 for the Bantamweight Championship. In fight 3, in a light heavyweight bout, Jan Blachowski versus Luke Rockhold. That will be a big one. Luke Rockhold, 16-4, Blachowski, 23-8. Fight 4, heavyweight fight, Junior Dos Santos, 21-5 versus Francis Ngannou, 13-3. That will be a blockbuster fight. Fight 5, Jorge Masvidal, 33-13 versus your boy Ben Askren, undefeated, 19-0. It does not get better than that. Again, join us live Saturday, July 6th from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will host UFC 239. This is your boy Crisscross 304. And you're listening live to the community where we keep you entertained throughout the game. Holla back.
Trump for president. Now President Trump. Yeah, we back again. I told you I was coming. I told you Trump for president wasn't the only one. We back with another one. Here we go, baby. Go Trump. Go Trump. We like a president that's so pumped up. Everybody up. Look at the crowd. It's about to erupt. Russia cries from afar. Never heard of them until Trump went hard. Listen up. No divisions from within. We just spitting ideas as we head for the win. Christian Holmes, stand up, speak again. Come together right now. Progress from within. Unemployment down low. Stock market on a roll. If you ain't down with Trump, then you just so cold.
President Trump came into office and the market went up. President Trump, quit your crying cause the wall going up. President Trump, went to the rally, it was all the way up. President Trump.
Woo, President Trump, baby. Trump 2020, the election is just around the corner. I know you're thinking it's only 2019, but the election is just around the corner. This is the season when everyone's declaring who's running. The Democrats probably got 50 people running for president, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But, you know, I'm voting for Trump regardless of who's on the other end. He's done a great job with the economy. The stock market is booming, and I'm not saying it's going to continue that way, but he's made some moves to make it that way. But listen, this is a sports show. I'm not going to get lost in the politics, but I just get excited sometimes when I hear that song, because I wrote that song because I'm very up and positive on Trump. So go Trump. But anyway, listen, let's get back to UFC Minneapolis. It's going down this Saturday night. Let's look at the main event card. The prelims start at 6 p.m. and here the main event will start at 9 p.m. Eastern. In the first fight, well, really this will be fight number 6 as we work our way down to fight number 1. You have in a light heavyweight matchup Alonzo Menefield versus Paul Craig. Menefield 8-0, Craig 11-3. So that'll kick off the main event. Should be a good one. Then you have 2 lightweight fights in a row. Not light heavyweight, but lightweight. Drew Dauber, 20-9 versus Marco Polo. That's a pretty cool name, right? Marco Polo. Those were the days in the pool. Anyway, Marco Polo Reyes, 8-5. Then you have Roosevelt Roberts, an up-and-coming fighter, 8-0 in the lightweight division. Takes on Vince Pichel, 11-2. And if you're going to get ranked and you're Roosevelt Roberts, you got to keep winning, because it usually takes guys 10, 11, 12 wins before they even start getting noticed and taken seriously. But when you're 8-0, if you can win this and move to 9-0, it's kind of hard not to notice you. So he's on the cusp of being ranked. Then in fight number 3, This is a welterweight fight between Damian Maia, 26-9. He's ranked in the welterweight division versus Anthony Rocco Martin, 16-4. So that will be a great fight leading into your co-main events. And in the flyweight division, your co-main event, two good fighters, both highly ranked in the flyweight division. Jussier Formiga, 23-5 versus Joseph Benavidez, 27-5. I mean, you got a 23-5 guy versus a 27-5 guy. Two experienced fighters with multiple, obviously 20 wins, 50 combined wins between these two fighters. So this fight is going to be a blockbuster fight, and it's going to lead into the heavyweight fight between Francis Ngannou, number 2 in the heavyweight division, versus Junior Dos Santos, number 3. Ngannou 13-3, Dos Santos 21-5, and this fight can go either way. Ngannou's still young, only 16 fights in, but ranked number 2, and that tells you how serious he is as a fighter in this heavyweight division. This will be taking place at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And one thing I didn't realize is this fight will be on ESPN, not even on ESPN Plus. So you're going to be able to see this thing on regular TV, believe it or not, on ESPN. The whole thing is going down basically from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. So a big deal here on Saturday night, UFC Minneapolis, it's going down. That's the situation today. That's what's happening. The show's basically all dedicated to UFC Minneapolis, and of course we'll also be posting our UFC pre-fight party, which is usually our Friday show, especially on weeks where you have a UFC event on Saturday, which is almost every Saturday, unless there's like an NBA Finals going on, or Stanley Cup Final, or NCAA basketball, or maybe the World Series, or NFL playoffs, or whatever. But for the most part, UFC is every Saturday. This is one of your smaller fights, if there's anything small about it. And then you have your UFC 239, 240, all those coming up. UFC 239 next Saturday. John Jones, I know you heard that name, light heavyweight champion, versus Thiago Santos. And you heard in the preview prior to this segment that Francis Ngannou and Junior Dos Santos were the number 4 fight, and they were. And that's before Tyron Woodley and Lawler had to bow out due to an injury via Tyron Woodley. And then they moved that from the number 4 fight at UFC 239 to the headliner here at UFC Minneapolis. But that's our show today, so stay tuned tomorrow for the UFC pre-fight party. You're not going to want to miss it. More on the interview from Ngannou in the pre-fight party. You'll hear other things like last week's fight at UFC Greenville, just catching you up on what's going on in the world of UFC. And, of course, there'll always be music to keep the party live and in effect. It's your boy Chris Cross 304, and you're listening to the community. Over and out. Holla back.
Make your mind up. Want to raise your kids, then you better wake up. Make your mind up. Make your mind up. Want to see your kids, then you better speak up. The law took my daughter, said get a second job. Now she's being raised by 2 selfish broads who capitalized off me, then tried to make me starve. The game so twisted, gotta sound the alarm. Father dismissed, but I'm trying to stay calm. Emotion explosion, say atomic bomb. They got my little girl, but the gun's so strong. I can't even think this shit's so wrong. Let me see my girl before I tear stuff up. I only have one wish to see her grow up. Drive across town just to be stood up. I'm tired of the shit, it's so fucked up. Can't lose control, I gotta stay strong. I need to see my daughter, it's been so long. They took her right from me, so I wrote this song. The system screwed up, I ain't did nothing wrong. I have a right to raise my daughter, cause God says so. I have a right to raise my daughter, Constitution says so. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right to raise my daughter, cause God says so. I have a right to raise my daughter, Constitution says so. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right, yeah that's my right. Back the hell up, cause we wanna raise our children. I'm speaking for the men who you locked up in prison. They guilty of a crime called impregnating women. Try to start a family, now they caught in the system. Let them out of prison, making babies ain't a crime. Fatherlessness, just to make a dime. Men in jail while you sipping on wine. What about the kids? They'll be just fine. Where is my father? Have you seen him anywhere? I heard he ran away and just don't care. Raised by one parent, please don't stare. Child support, so unfair. I'd rather have my dad, but instead you send a bill. Money can't raise them, now they shoot to kill. Stand right there, don't move, stay still. Count all the money and get your fill. I have a right to raise my daughter, cause God says so. I have a right to raise my daughter, Constitution says so. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right to raise my daughter, cause God says so. I have a right to raise my daughter, Constitution says so. I have a right, yeah that's my right. I have a right, yeah that's my right. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna raise your kids, then you better wake up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna raise your kids, then you better speak up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna raise your kids, then you better wake up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna see your kids, then you better speak up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna raise your kids, then you better wake up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna see your kids, then you better speak up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna raise your kids, then you better wake up. Make your mind up, make your mind up. Wanna see your kids, then you better speak up.
Oh, a big punch by the Korean Zombie! Moicano's down! Can he hold on? And the fight is over. Wow! Goodness gracious. I never saw that coming, I'll be honest. I was saying before this fight started that Renato Moicano's going to win this fight, no problem. And the Korean Zombie on the first punch, flush to the face, Moicano goes right to the ground. And he was dazed and confused. What up, this your boy Crisscross 304 checking in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel today. Live UFC events each and every Saturday. Follow our playlists for each UFC event, which includes the face-offs and live updates, as well as interviews leading up to each event. Also follow us daily as we live stream baseball events, MLB to be exact, also football, NFL, college football, and basketball by way of the NBA and the NCAA. Follow our playlists, which we are well known for, like home run hitters, dunk dynasty, and fights and ejections. You'll be sure to like those. Make sure you subscribe so when new videos are posted, you see them. This is your boy Crisscross 304. Let's get back to it. Peace.
This is community.